there we are. Hello, this is lovely lady with her new haircut. Okay, all chic now. Everybody else gets to see. This is Karen Noller. So you may have heard of her before, actually. You know, a lot of women know who Karen is. She was, you know, for a long time known as a raw food coach, and it was funny because even when I met Karen, that didn't even fit fully. I'm not saying that she doesn't have that. She does have that. But she's so much bigger than that. And if you want to share what it is, you know, you're more than welcome to do that. But when Karen and I first started connecting, she really went into her indie deep, and we started working on her friendship, what happens to be her natural essence. And she decided to come to Paris. And so I don't know, I needn't, you know, whatever you want to share about what Paris was like or what it was like for you to find your Frenchie or anything, just take it away.
Yeah.
I adore this woman.
Well, the Paris experience was my first experience of working with you.
It was, that's right.
Yeah, and because I had been following Tara for some time and knew that if I was going to work with you privately, I would want to meet you in person, and Paris was the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was my first taste of how you always deliver more than anyone could ever anticipate. And so it was
I really love that part.
Yeah, I love it. Right? We love that part. Right.
I really do.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
Right. So, I mean, it was just, even now, I mean, it's been a year and a half since then, and a lot's happened. But that was my first taste of Paris in that light, and other women sharing the experience, and some really profound things happened for me during those 2.5 days, and that was, you know, everyone who went was just blown away with it.
So, like, one of the things that I hear a lot, and I forget about it, but one of the things I hear are, how can I do that for myself? How can I just get on a plane and just go to Paris? It seems like, I mean, if we already feel guilty about putting nail polish on and taking care of our hair or doing something that seems any French, and that's not the only thing we do to take care of our Frenchie. I want to be clear. It's not just about putting lip gloss on. Okay? We can go really into what the Frenchie means. But we have this idea, right? That's just what it is. And so it really can trigger women. Like, I already have an issue with my Frenchie, and now you're asking me to get on a plane and fly to Paris? Like, what would you, because that's a real, like, thing. What would you say?
I think anyone who's attracted to elegant femme, they're at that point where they know they want more. And I think trigger is a good word, but you can use a trigger to just feel upset or triggered, or you can use it as a catalyst to make choices that really tip you over the edge into the life you really want to live. And Paris, for me, was that. It was, because it opened me up to experiences that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And that in turn then opened me up to giving myself permission to keep having those kinds of experiences, which is why I'm still here.
Yay!
And it's just, it's like the ultimate gift, you know? And it's beyond words, but, you know, I know we all have these points, and we, you know, shall I, shan't I, and it becomes about the money, and it shouldn't be about the money, because it's symbolic of the level of gift that we will allow ourselves to receive.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
It really is. And, you know, one of the things that, and I don't know, I've never even asked you this. I mean, we've talked about it on our private stuff, but we have a disconnect between how the Frenchie can even assist us with our business stuff.
Right.
And this is the thing. I want to be clear, and I'm a little hesitant in even bringing this forward, because this decision isn't about your business. Like, if you're interested and you're feeling the call to Paris, I don't want to mislead you and think that we're going to be doing business stuff there, because we will not. We will not. Okay, so that is not what this is about. And yet what happens when you're really in your beauty and your truth? Your business takes on a completely different ideal.
Right.
Do you want to share? Like,
well, yeah, I think it's all part of that same thing, giving yourself permission to have what you want, and that is, I think, also includes being who you are. I think the two are so closely intertwined, which I didn't know 18 months ago, but it is all about truth ultimately. It's like admitting that I wanted to go to Paris was part of my truth, and getting on the phone with you and talking about it was part of my truth, and then stepping into other things that I've done with you was part of my truth.
Look at you now. You love your haircut.
Right.
You're like, look at you.
So many truths unfurling this year.
The chat loves your hair.
Thank you.
I know we can't see it. Like,
Right, yeah. So I think yeah, Paris was a catalyst for me because it was a big thing. And yes, I live in England, but you know, it's still a big deal.
But you're here. You don't live in Savannah.
I don't. I certainly don't. Although after today, I might choose to.
It's amazing.
Right. Right.
There's some cool things going on. If you've never been to Savannah, I don't know, there's something in the air.
Yeah.
Something in the
Yeah.
air.
But just going back to the business thing, you know, my natural essence is a Frenchie, which I didn't know when I went to Paris, and that was really the start of the journey because it kind of woke me up on that level. And when you're in your natural essence, obviously the doors really start opening. And I think there probably are a lot of closet Frenchies out there who are feeling the call to Paris, and like me, were like, yeah, but.
Yeah.
And it's you haven't, you know, the yeah buts are honestly just futile. Just got to go straight to the yes. And when you say yes to Paris, you really say yes to yourself.
In a big way. Mm-hmm. Do you want to share with everybody what you're stepping into? No, you don't have to. You can hold it. You can feel it. You can hold it. You don't have to.
I would just say I'm doing a lot of life changes right now. I'm moving home. I'm moving office in the next 3 weeks. Yeah, the haircut was part of the transformation, but I'm starting 2 new websites, businesses, etc., which really are part of my truth. And I know that would not have happened if Paris hadn't happened and everything that's happened since.
Okay.
Yeah, because when, you know, I just showed some people some designs today, some printouts, and I said to them, this is the first time I've actually really embodied things that have been close to my heart since I was a child. The colours, the flowers, things that, you know, I'd always said mañana, mañana, and it was like that mañana was never going to come. And me just accepting who I am, stepping into that, has opened doors to everything. And to me, having websites that are breathtaking, honestly. So, to be revealed. But,
to be revealed.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you so much. I love you. Thank you for showing up.
Bye.
Thank you for showing up, always. Oh, we have a note from Carla. Let's see if you can still see me. Carla, I wish you were here. Okay. Carla says, and I know I'm dark now, so maybe I'll readjust in a second, but Carla says, hard to put it all in just a few words, but the most important thing I was gifted during the Paris experience was the ability to receive pleasure. I had a deeply profound experience during one of our activities where I heard my indie for the first time. She said, ask and ye shall receive, and I allowed myself to begin the process of asking for what I require in my life. Since then, I have moved into an executive position at work, spoken on television as an expert in my field, launched a successful consulting business, been more of my true self with my husband, and more than anything, been able to move toward the person I have always been inside without apology. Carla, I love you, and I'm feeling you here very, very deeply. So, needless to say, if the Paris experience is calling you, then go there, and I will let you know that it's not a commitment for either of us. Okay, so meaning that we will actually get on the phone. I will talk to you privately. The energy in Paris is really, really important. It's the only other way you can work with me intimately, one-on-one, other than being a creme. So if you look at even Karen brought up the investment, which I know it's not easy for us to invest in ourselves as women. It's like 4 times to work with me on that level as a creme. So it's a really beautiful, amazing 2.5-day experience, and we go very, very deep. So we will have a conversation, okay? If you're feeling it, if it feels right, you have a little of an application on that page. Don't be put off. I don't know. Put off is not the word I want to use. Don't be intimidated by the application. And here's what I mean. It's not like the application is complicated. There's one question, but it's really, really heartfelt. And so I invite you to fill out the application if it's calling you at all. And then you and I will decide on the phone together if it's the right step for you.